Hi again. So now that I've explained what myofascial release is, I wanted to talk a little bit about scars and how they can be helped by myofascial release. So we often believe and we understand the idea of a scar being something that is visible on the skin. And we've all seen some scars that can look very white or very pink and shiny, and they're obviously scars. However, most of us have scarring that is underneath the skin. It's not visible. Sometimes it can't even be physically felt. However, if there is scarring, for example, around the abdomen, that can create all sorts of issues, not just in the muscles, so how they're able to function or not function, but also for the digestive system. So for example, it may be that somebody had very minor abdominal surgery many years ago. The superficial scarring has faded. There's no visible sign on the abdomen anymore of a scar being there. But deep underneath the skin, in that network of fascia that runs in all directions like a web, it may be that there are still some adhesions, that there is still some tightness and still some restrictions. The job of a scar is to create tightness, is to pull things together and reduce mobility so that the tissues can knit together. When that happens deep inside the body, particularly around somewhere like the abdomen, where it's a very tightly packed space, there's lots of organs, there's lots of systems working together in that part of the body, that can affect the systems. So for example, the digestive system can be affected if there is scarring in and around the colon, in and around the intestines. So when we work as a myofascial practitioner, when I'm working on somebody who has scarring, I'm applying very gentle pressure. First of all, I'm using my fingers just to feel where these adhesions are. And because I'm trained in the work that I do, I now know what to feel for. I'm able to feel when the skin is a little bit less mobile, when it maybe doesn't move as smoothly or glide and slide the way that it does in other parts of the body. I'm also feeling whether there's a slight, almost bobbling or puckering sensation underneath the surface of the skin. That's a real sign that there is scar tissue there. And then I just work very gently. I'm led by the body, so I'm not forcing or pushing or pummeling anywhere, but I'm inviting the body to just start to gradually release. The fantastic thing about myofascial release work is that because everything is connected, because it's this huge connected web that goes in all over the body, in and throughout every single part of the body, often when one area releases, other parts will then start to unwind. They have to reorganize, they have to figure out how and where they're supposed to be in their new place. So even though there might be a scar in one area, it can often have a knock-on effect in other places. So for example, a scar in the abdomen might manifest as a little bit of lower back ache or a little bit of tightness around the hips. Releasing that usually creates lasting change. Once the scar tissue has broken down, it doesn't usually reform, particularly if it's a scar that's a result of a trauma. So people can get incredible change from just one or two manual scar release sessions. So I hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions at all, please do contact me, and I look forward to seeing you soon.